I think I mean, I don't want to call them professionals, but I think somebody has done this before did this. So, common sense tells you that if they weren't screaming and they didn't stand in line to be deceased, there was more than one person. I think we'll find that out. Well, I don't know now without trial, but I think Ethan was held back as well. So,
What's your
but
opinion
that's what I'm saying.
on what's your opinion on those details, far as they came out from the Goncalves family on Kiely Goncalves having those type of wounds around her mouth area? I mean,
Well, I think
they said the face it was like bad.
that what they're going to find out is, and I'm not saying y'all, I was not there. I get different. It is very confusing energy with Bryan sometimes. What I've come to conclude is I think he knows something. Do I think he took his phone in his car? Hell no. I mean, I thought that was stupid from the minute they said it. I was like, that's a idiot that he didn't do all that. Do I think somebody else could have been in his car taking his phone to Wawa Way Park? Anything's possible. Could he be completely innocent? He could be. Does he know something? He may. Um, I don't, I don't understand. I did say this. I will never be on a jury. That I will never be able to pick for one because when the judge asked me, have I researched it? Yes, I have. Why? Because y'all take stuff out, or whoever takes stuff out that is very important. I live in Alabama. We have a death penalty, and I'm not sentencing somebody to death if there's other DNA at the crime scene, such as this, which is why I think he took a plea deal, because they took out his way to defend himself, because if they can't talk about the other DNA and they can't talk about another suspect, everybody's like, I don't understand why he would do that, because you're going to go in front of the firing squad because it only leaves you. And even though nothing else makes sense, it is a death penalty jury. It is 4 victims. It is a lot of emotions. And, they're not privy unless they've investigated. They're not privy to the information we have. And a lot of people, I didn't understand that until Richard Allen and this trial and Karen Reed. These are the first trials or court stuff I've ever watched. This stuff is wild to me.
Oh, very
Um,
interesting cases indeed, though, because look at how that Karen Reed case became all about.
yeah. And I mean, I don't think she did that. I really don't, because I mean, it was just, I just don't. And, the thing is I get very upset because when people are lying under, like Ashley Jennings, I don't care what happens. That woman, I literally I'm call until I die. Till they do something, because that woman lied under oath. I don't care if Bryan's guilty, that's fine too. Whatever, he needs to go to jail, whatever. The woman lied under oath, and she makes my eye twitch anyway. Like, they're not. It's not just this case. They are not fighting for true justice, and whether it's our state or not, it's still our responsibility, because it could be any of us. The one reason I think this is not going to court too is that touch DNA is so iffy that can be thrown out. That probably would be thrown out in an appeal. The good thing is they did not win it to where they could take this shit all the way and use touch DNA. Because if they had, everybody better buy gloves, because your touch DNA could be wherever. I mean, I don't think about before I touch something. You could put something in the garbage and somebody rip open a garbage in a house where they committed a crime, and somehow your garbage got there, and you've never been there. I mean, I told Heather Fitzgerald I was waiting on them to come up with mine and her touch DNA in Idaho. I was just waiting. I was like, it wouldn't surprise me. But
Talking about Heather, I haven't seen Heather for a while. Big shout out to Heather Fitzgerald. Big shout out to Twistle Sticks. Big shout out to Kane. Big shout out to Christine Nevada. Big shout out to the whole gang. How y'all doing? Keep it moving. Where's
I know
everybody?
Christy's in bed, and I've just moved, so I don't have my computer, so I haven't been streaming with her, but I will start. I'm going to start again next week. But
Talking
we,
about that, yeah, doing it. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You're doing an amazing job. Let me tell you, very digestible, and it's very interesting topic. Very friendly though.
thank you. And we're going to do other cases, y'all, because I know that some people, like, this was a big case, and this case is important to me because I never did tarot, and I had to go down a 2 year of questioning who I was, what this world was, and everything else. And so the 4 victims will always be special because they're the first ones I connected with to do something to help. And so this case will never go away for me, and it's never going to go away till we have full justice anyway. It's just not. But Yeah, it's brought people together and it's brought people fighting. But I just tell everybody, remember, most of us all want the same thing, and that's justice, true justice. The only question I have with people that think he's guilty is like, why don't you have any questions about anything else that's messed up going on? And I don't think Steve did stuff on purpose, y'all. I think that he was manipulated by the state and lied to, and we're learning that. They told him a lot of stuff, and I think when it comes out that I think they'll have questions. But Kaylee's mama, like, literally believed it because they told her. And she was like, I asked them to swear to me. They know, and they did. And so they shouldn't have done that because that's somebody's mama. And the only hope she has is to believe they have the right person because that's her kid. So I try to show leniency. I don't agree with everything they do, but I don't know what I would do. I mean, my mama would be under the jail because she would have just blew up the whole town if she was alive. If I was me, she was alive and she would have. That's just her. But I just try to tell everybody to remember that, it's everybody handles everything different. And some people cry on camera. Some people don't. Some people don't show emotion at all until they're by themselves. Some people can't cry at all because they're mad. They're still stunned. There's so much shock in it. It's very hard. I've cried for the four. I don't know them as far as I didn't know them before.
Right.
But I cry, people, because they'll tell me, you just don't like the victim. Why? Because I'm saying what I'm getting in these cards. No, I try not to have an opinion. Bryan Kohberger looks scary to me because the media made him look scary to me. So we all have that perception, even though we try not to. That's why I don't watch news and stuff, because I didn't know Nancy, Grace, and all them lied until this past 3 years. Like, I didn't know they did all the stuff they did. So I was it kind of threw me for a loop for a little bit because I was like, wow, like, what is going on? How much have they lied to us about? And so that makes me investigate everything because I need an answer or I'm not okay. I have to know why about everything. So
Actually, Trisha, I want to take this little time to shout out Skits website, crime shows. I want to send a shout out to Debbie Ann. Thank you so much. I want to send a shout out to Amy Conway. I want to send a very special shout out to Crystal Amber. And she was asking for Twistle and the whole gang. Big shout out for being here, Debbie. Thank you so much. I think that'll be everybody right now on the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Very small group, but very potent, very interesting group of great people in the chat having great conversations. Thank you so much, Trisha, also for being here tonight having great conversations. Trisha, due to the fact that you're here with us today, I think there is more than what it meets the eye. I think there is more than what it meets the eye. Far as I believe that you might even feel or understand where I'm about to get into. Far as the true crime conversation. Now we're talking about Annabelle. Now we also having a great conversation about the Idaho 4, which in my opinion is very very in depth because your take is I'm sitting here pleased and joyful listening to you take about the Idaho 4 because there's so many angles that we could take from that, and they are all honest angles. You feel me? Because even though whoever listens to it is gonna be people somewhere out there that they're gonna disagree with it, and it's gonna people out there that the majority like us here in this channel that we're gonna say like, yo, that's dope to hear that. That's something that we could take with us and probably go back to it and have a little homework about it. It might have like something productive, a upcoming conversation about it, which we appreciate you takes on the Idaho 4 case. That was a surprise to me. Thank you so much. I'm over here dying that I'm doing over here my sea walking. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Trisha, for giving us those nuggets and let us pick your mind.
yes, sir. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna jump down. But if y'all have questions or whatever for me, I will be in and out of chat. And then also, haven't done a video in a while, and it'll probably be like a couple of weeks. But if y'all, because I had somebody asking me which ones were what, y'all, I don't know. Y'all just have to go through the videos. Like most of them are labeled pretty good and it tells you, you know, what they are.